Hi, it's Brendan Howe here from Techify with another video in our business problem series where we tackle challenges big and small with proactive technical solutions and strategy. Today, we're talking about cybersecurity. All of us and our staff are getting bombarded with all of these phishing emails, just constant every day. There's these hackers and they're using artificial intelligence and they're using all sorts of different technologies just to send tons and tons of emails pretending to be other organizations, pretending to be other people, trying to get whether it's us or our teams to click on these links. And it's a big problem. One of the biggest problems is sometimes when folks click on these links, it'll take them to a page that it looks like their login information for their Microsoft 365 account or for their Google account. And we've seen instances where people will put in their username and password into these websites, and then these hackers take these usernames and passwords, and it allows them to hack into people's email. It allows them to read their email. It allows them to pull information. It allows them to get sensitive information. They could, in one case, we saw where a hacker monitored somebody's email and then saw an email from a supplier saying, send us a check for $70,000. So they took all the supplier information and sent an email to that same person and said, wait, don't send a check. Wire $70,000 to this bank account because COVID is going on and we don't want to receive checks. And then that company sent $70,000 to this hacker. And it was all because their email account got hacked. So how do you deal with this? How do you stop your staff from entering essentially getting duped, right? Like, we're all subject. The more people work remotely, especially in these times, the more people are distracted. They've got kids at home, they've got the dog barking, they've got, more distractions maybe than they usually they would have at the office. So they're more likely to inadvertently click on a link that they shouldn't. Well, here's the solution. Here's how we solve this business problem. The biggest thing that you can do, there's tons of stuff that you can do to protect yourself on the cybersecurity front, but I want to tell you one thing that you can do today. And that one thing is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Sometimes it's called 2FA or two-factor authentication. But whether you have a Microsoft or a Google account, we recommend the Microsoft side of things because we find it's just more effective and more secure. But you can enable multi-factor authentication, and how it works is essentially somebody will download a Microsoft Authenticator app onto their phone. So when they log into their email or their Microsoft 365 account, not only do they have to put their username and password in on their computer, but they also have to use this Authenticator app. So that's how you get the multi-factor authentication. And what that does is, even if a hacker, say, steals somebody's email, they don't have the Authenticator app, so they're not going to be able to log in. So it takes a little bit to set up initially with your staff, but once it's set up, it's there. And it is by far the biggest thing that you can protect your business or your organization with from a cybersecurity front right now. This is the type of stuff that when you have a good technology process, when things are being looked at every month proactively, you can move from that reactive IT world where you're dealing with exposure, you're dealing with hacks, you're dealing with people getting access to your staff's email, and you're moving to a more proactive world, right? Somebody should be looking at your IT every month and looking at your security settings and giving you that recommendation. That's how you move from reactive to proactive IT. That's part of a process that we call intelligent technology, and we think you deserve more proactive IT. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day.